aspire to lead the society or a country, but not all women are given the opportunity to do so, as many of them are dismissed from their goals of leadership. In our African culture, women are perceived to only stay at home and do all the house chores. Men, on the other hand, are heads of the family and only associated with leadership. Even the few women in leadership positions have often faced segregation. A number of people agree and disagree on having women as leaders.
Women in politics, yes, they can be in politics. It all depends on the power, and if you're capable of being in politics and multitasking, then you can do it. If you're not possible, then do what you can. So it's a both win-win situation. You can be in politics and also be a mom at home, and you can be a mom at home and not be in politics.
Men think that women are the best dictators in the world because I think in a setting of single mothers, where single mothers become dictators, so they think that when women get into leadership, they'll control them to the things they want them to.
You know, we are two genders and we can't have only one gender represented. It's good for show equality, to show equal representations.
There's need to allow women to understand leadership and give them confidence in this tough field. Marianne Jerry, a woman activist, shares on how women can help one another in embracing leadership position and the kinds of motivation they need.
We should support each other. Go for what you believe in. Do not be your fellow woman's downfall. Don't bring them down because they don't have this or they don't have that. We are told we are our own enemies. Because when you see a woman standing up for a position, they're there for us. They're there for women. And if we don't feel them, then the men will feel them.
Alejandro Lotok, an active political leader, shares on how women could balance in their responsibilities, how they could carry themselves, and whether they are helping shape the society.
When a woman is a politician, she can go to the office or she goes to parliament, and when she's in parliament, there's a specific time for her to be in parliament. After parliament, she will go home. But also if she's having meetings, political campaigns, political tours, she will be able to make it and balance. It's not hard. We are still a conservative society. We want to see a decent woman who dresses well. But if this is a careless woman, female politician, and she's dressing bad, we will not respect, the society will not respect it. They take that motherly care to politics. Women can shape the society very well.
Grace Kimani, reporting for the Focus Show.
Technology has over-modified communication, and Anastasia Waweru is going to be reporting on the effects of technology and how it has over-modified communication.
Smartphones, laptops, iPod and iPad, they're not just gadgets. They are already part of our lives. Technology is everywhere. It has changed every aspect of our lives, the way we listen to music, book holiday destinations, saving and sending money.
I think technology has improved communication, but I also think it can be abused, especially if people use it to communicate maybe hateful messages, to spread negative values. I don't think communication itself is wrong. I think it's a good advancement. We just learn to use it.
Communication has really improved in terms of due to technology.
Technology these days has become the simplest method being used by the people to shorten the time.
Although it has made life easier and more productive, it has also made people more stressed out and dependent on these devices in order to run through life. Today, people no longer come together but are fully dependent on the gadgets to stay in touch with one another. People wrote letters, met physically and lived at peace. Technology is a good servant but a bad master. Catherine Karugia, a psychologist, explains on how technology has caused a rift on loved ones. She also explains how technology has replaced African cultural ways and how best she thinks technology can be made of good use.
People are trying to live lives that really aren't theirs. They want to show a life that everyone else is showing, and they want to portray a certain image. So they go out there and they do things like they push themselves beyond their own lifestyles just for the sake of it being seen on social media. It might be more of a threat than it is an advantage to many people, because one, that is where people look up to people they see on social media, and a lot of the content that's on social media isn't in any way filtered.
The overmodification of technology has affected how people communicate, their self-esteem and confidence in life. Physical activities are no longer encouraged as people remain glued to their gadgets the whole day. The search for knowledge is also on the low, as many students and researchers prefer to plagiarize from the internet instead of borrowing books or spending quality time in the library to enrich their knowledge. Tracy Wamai, a social media expert, explains on how social media is affecting people's lifestyles.
Technology has brought a rift because basically the youth, they spend most of their time on their telephones and laptops, and they have no time to talk with their parents. And when you want to talk to a person, even when it's like a relationship, like unaenda date and you have to keep being on your phone, everything has become on phone. Like the way African ways were, you could spend so much time with your family.
Technology makes the world a new place, but its effects is what to watch out for. Anastasia Waweru, reporting for the Weekly Focus, Nairobi County.
A lot of young entrepreneurs in Nairobi are facing a challenge of business. Ian Odhiambo reports on the challenges faced by young entrepreneurs and how they are coping with them.
Coming up as a young entrepreneur is not an easy road for many, as it comes with many challenges, despite the many plans that one may have in place.
Nairobi is a metropolis and the capital city of Kenya. Many young people have set up a number of businesses, and many aspire to do so. They are, however, faced by a number of huge challenges every day. As young people, they are faced by age stereotypes, social rejection, and criticism from others. It requires thick skin for one to run a business and stick to their desired plan in achieving success.
Customer anakula, saa zingine anakusumbua, wanaitia, wanataka wanakate kubwa, nyama kubwa. Wanasumbua kitu kama hiyo. Kwa kwangu iko sawa.
City Council wanatupeleka mbio sana. Ya pili ni weather, kukinyesha hatuna mavuli. Ya tatu nasema capital ikiisha, juu ni kazi, lazima ukuwe na capital ya kununua. Ikiisha ukitumia vibaya inaisha, alafu unabakia una capital ya kununua stock ingine.
Not all have an easy time, and even those who are established have a problem hiring employees for the first time.
Susan Akoth, a young entrepreneur, explains on what it was like starting her business, the challenges she faced, and how she overcame them.
Kama kuibiwa.
Kuibiwa?
Hiyo ndo main one. Kufungua hii sana sana in terms of M-Pesa wanakuwa na commission iko high sana.
Commission iko high?
Yes. Pia ingine ya hoteli ina making pia more profit.
So moja ni rates. So profit
rates za nini commission zake ziko juu sana. Si kama kufungua kama ni soko kuuza mboga hivi.
And finding customers is also what derails most young business owners. Brian Kamau, a young business owner, gives us what many could implement for their small businesses, how they could cope with stress, self-doubt, and understanding how businesses run.
I was just fearing about how the business is going to grow. Starting the business, you're supposed to look, you're going ahead, not to just
not to stay the same.
Yes. So you're just looking about how my business is going to grow up, and it's going to increase and to bring more profit to my account.
Alafu swali lingine ni how do you encourage watu young wenye wanataka wanaingia biashara?
Yes, they should focus on their dream, and also they should pray very hard, because starting a business is not easy, and also it's a result of challenges when you're starting your business. Yes.
Despite the challenges, many have beat all odds simply by not giving up. Ian Odhiambo, reporting for the Focus Show.
Shahale Nicole looks at the need to support our own artists in the industry.
The Kenyan culture is incorporated by food and different ethnic groups, and is home to a different range of music, arts, and poetry. Many people prefer to download music, movies, poems, and pieces of artwork from the internet. music festivals, cultural nights exist so that different talents from a variety of culture can showcase their work. Many people, however, are reluctant to attend these festivals, going for 200 shillings only, but opt to buy a beer for the same price. Some, however, debate on local content to lack of originality.
If we stick to our original music, we won't sell outside. That's what, like, say vernacular. A vernacular artist has no, I don't know, I don't think he'd go outside and sell.
Hi, my name is Diana in Isaac Gista. So my view on local music, I don't really listen to so many, but I'm very choosy on the Kenyan music I listen to. Reason being, at times the quality, but mostly because I just don't know them.
My name is Anthony Baki. Personally, I'm an artist. I'm a performing artist. I've been an actor for around 2 years. I think about local-based artists being supported, the support is very minimal because most of us don't really support the local content because we are only focusing on what is outside there. So I think there's need for us to support what is ours because that is what we can identify with as.
For us to improve our entertainment sphere, it is important for us to support our local artists and how they express themselves, how they express our culture through art. Faith Kiari explains why Kenyans could be reluctant to purchase art produced by their own.
I think the reason why Kenyan artists lack originality is because of that element of thinking that the Western culture is so superior and the African culture is so inferior that we have to borrow from them, that you have to imitate them, when in essence our culture is so rich now in its own sense. It's just that we are in it, we can't see the beauty of it. Yet when the Western people come, they're able to make music from our beats, they're able to make films from our stories, and when they take it back there, they become hits. Like the movie First Grader that was based on Kimani Maruga. That was our person, that was a Kenyan person, and yet they're the ones who came and saw the beauty of it and made it big in the Western culture. And I think the way the Western entertainment has impacted us is that we try so much to borrow from them. We borrow their beats, the way they make music, the way they make films, and when we come and try to make it our own, it backfires on us because that's not how we do it. There's no originality in that, and when you try to copy so much and lacks originality, it can backfire so much on you. So that element of boring should be stopped by Kenyan artists. They should trust in themselves, in their own creativity and in their own originality, because unless they start doing that, they won't be able to see the beauty in that and the success in that.
Anne Wanjiko elaborates why Kenyans feel their content lack originality or could be boring to the people.
Music in Kenya does not have it doesn't have message. It just has beats. They just want to hype people, but the content in the music, it's not there. If you compare Kenyan music and Ugandan music, I think so Ugandan music is better, even Tanzanian music is better. Okay, with hypeness, I think so it's good, dancing and all that. Yeah, and I think our movies production, they are so poor. Maybe they are many, but I think so it's poor. Maybe the government is not supporting them, but I think so it's poor.
It is important for us to support our local content and appreciate our culture, as it represents us to the outside world. Shahale Nicole, Focus Show.
Welcome back to the Weekly Focus, live hitting interview. Today we are joined by Cyril Babu, who is a music producer and a talent promoter. Welcome. You have been in the industry for 5 years now. What is it that you have done to make sure that young talents stay nurtured in the industry, both in film, music, and in art generally?
Nowadays we have this trend, the trend keeps on changing.
Yes.
So the artists have to keep up with the trend. So when the trend changes, like today we're doing this kind of music, next time we're doing this kind of music. This is what the society is portraying. So the actors will have to portray what the society portrays. So with that, I don't think we can control much of it.
Talking of, there's so many, there's a lot of drug abuse and alcoholism when it comes to the industry especially. You find young innocent girls, they come on set when they're high, or you find sometimes when musicians or artists, they get up fame, they shoot into drugs. and they become addicted and sometimes even spiral off. So, don't you think that it's something that is affecting the industry?
What we're really doing is like making the artists themselves promote anti-drug use, promote the positive way of life. So we're still working on it.
You find Kenyans are very reluctant to buy local content especially, and that's what you focus on, local content, because you want to improve both the Kenyan and the music industry. In one or the other, they link to one another. You find a Kenyan is reluctant to buy a bottle of beer compared to purchasing a music CD worth 100 shillings to promote that particular talent. How do you think that is going to, don't you think that's a really huge problem, considering the fact that people are reluctant to purchase content? Is it because of the content itself? Is it because they are like, it's Kenyan, so who cares?
What we're focusing on is capturing the international market. You can see now, like in the music industry, most people are really buying. We concentrate on buying Nigerian music, South African music. Yeah, the international music, and we're really not focusing on our local talent. Yeah, that's a very big problem. But currently, what we're focusing on is capturing the international market.
Yes. This may not fully concern you, but it also concerns to where you represent. Don't you feel like there's need for Kenya, especially in the industry, to at least, up the game of producing short films, local films? I mean, the last time we can say a commendable film was Nairobi Half-Life, and that is years back then. So far that you've joined the film industry, how are you helping in improving, especially with filmmaking? Yes, because you find most young artists, whichever in the performance arts, they're fully focused on music. Most people want to go solo. Very reluctant in weaving into the industry and making it better. Are there any measures that you're doing it, or from your department?
Yeah, we're really organizing more talent search shows to gain more talents, more fresh talents, more fresh content.
Based on the fact that so many talent promoters out there who manage artists, they use that platform to extort money from the artists, money that should sustain the artists in the industry. How do you work your way around in ensuring that these talents don't get exploited, especially by managers?
Yeah, like on our side, we do really promote the artists by making their work be seen through the internet. Like as per now, we have the technology. So like anybody who buys the artist's song, the artist gets the cut of the pay. Yeah, so we sell them through the online platforms.
The matatu culture, that's also where you are also concerned with, because it involves art. The matatu culture is often portrayed with a lot of vigorous activities and being rough. And don't you think that the same art that they're using to put on their matatus, isn't it not promoting things like violence? Like you said, you want to improve the society. What do you think about that? What's your take on that?
We don't focus much on the matatu culture because it's something we can't control as for now. But in the meantime, we know we control it and we'll have positive graffitis on the matatus. So.
Thank you for joining us. That was Cyril Babu. See you next time, Mary Ann Bill.
The pulp. Where is the pulp? Where is the pulp?
New Minute Maid Pulpy Orange. Every bottle is filled with all the healthy, natural goodness of real orange pulp bits. Shake it, drink it, chew it. Taste the difference. New Minute Maid Pulpy Orange. Refreshingly orange, surprisingly pulpy.
Welcome back to the Focus Show. Now we are on live hard-hitting interview with the financial advisor, Danson Ndegwa. Welcome, Danson. What would you ask of young entrepreneurs to put forth before setting up a business?
To do a research of what you want to sell, how the market, like the market trends. Then again, you also need to check on your potential client.
And do you think fear is the driving force of young entrepreneurs? Is that what really dismisses them from the task of being entrepreneurs?
Normally they're like, this business does not function here, or you're too young, you need to have done this and this and this before you
So
start
they get
the business.
rejected from the
So
game.
they get rejected from the moment they start, the moment the idea is conceived.
And what would be the best financial strategy for one to put in place, or one that you'd recommend for as a young entrepreneur to put in place?
The key one is saving. They need to learn how to save each and every coin. They learn to save, because the saving for 2 days or 2 weeks is what will enable you to buy the third tray or the second tray of the organization. Is very key.
And not putting greed first.
Yes. You don't eat.
Has your methods helped any young entrepreneurs before in coming up with the business?
Okay, I have a number of close to 10
Yes.
that I can confidently say yes.
Thank you very much, Danson. We have come to a close of the hard-hitting interview, and now we shall be having the hyperlocal report. Now we shall be looking at the most viewed hyperlocal reports of the week.
I think Kenyans have a lot of talent, and I feel we need to start giving credit where it's due. I feel we need to start recognizing our very own and supporting them in their talent and helping them grow in whichever little way we can. Let's find out what some of us have to say about this.
I think Kenyan artists are being failed. That the industry, people are really concentrating on what is coming from foreign countries and not improving our Kenyan content, our Kenyan products. But at the end of the day, I also believe some of the Kenyan artists need to step up and give us content that will match up with what is being produced outside there. So yeah, it's a 50-50 situation, yeah?
Are you saying Kenyan artists don't have content?
They do, but if sometimes you listen to the content, you ask yourself, it cannot compete with
what
the content.
International?
The content. You see, you are not competing among Kenyans. As much as we are supposed to appreciate our culture and all that, our culture is also supposed to compete against other cultures.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's see what someone else has to say about that.
I feel that yes, there is talent, but sometimes we don't utilize our talent properly, and some songs, to be honest, can't go international if you're singing something in Kenyan slang which people don't understand.
Business people face a lot of challenges while starting up a business or running one, and to help understand these challenges, I have some students with me, and they let us know of some of the challenges they think they are to running a business or starting one.
Hi, my name is Mercy, student at Vista. I think the crucial challenge most entrepreneurs go through is financial challenge. Most of them don't know maybe the kind of amount maybe they want to start their business with, or the amount of money maybe they'll need. Also, passion. If you're not passionate about any business that you want to do, you cannot succeed in it, so you have to face a challenge with that.
Okay.
Hi, so I'm Lilian, and I think young entrepreneurs face what is it called, like abandoning another career. Like if you start a business, you have to abandon other things that you're going to do to put your focus on that business so that it can go forward. So like this can be a challenge where you abandon your other business which was bringing in money, then you abandon it. Then when starting this other business, finances, like the other person saying, like finishes up and you don't know what to do. But then that's a challenge to be honest.
So you've had some challenges, and I'm sure there are numerous challenges to starting a business. And I hope that you'll be able to take a few pointers from what you've had. And as you start your business, or when you think of starting one, then you'll consider some of these challenges.